Hi guys, welcome back to another video. We're going to be cracking on with some more bits on the car. I've brought some new bits. I've got a Bosch oil filter and a new starter to go on it because, as you saw on the last video, that starter that we put on, it did look pretty ropey. I mean, I don't know if it's been changed before, because I think with the engine builds, I'm pretty sure we just used that from the original. So I'm going to bang a new one on. It works fine, but just in case, you might as well replace it while everything's nice, accessible to get to, basically everything. So yeah, just basically tidy some bits up. I might get the electrics, some of the electrics put in the right place, like get them ran in the right area and stuff, and plug some bits in. We'll just see what we get done and crack on.
So like I said before, we're going to start off by taking the old starter off and replacing it with the new Bosch one.
As you can see, it's like night and day difference between them. It's quite good that the new one actually comes in black as well. So it's actually been sprayed. Get this new one on.
The starter didn't really need to be changed, there was nothing wrong with the old one, but it was just something that I thought needed doing as we were tidying up everything and making everything, like I said, as new as we can get it, and try and minus problems that I might have later on.
Well, that's the new starter on and the new oil filter. Turns out Rory at Project Zero Racing already sorted me out and put a new one in there. So I guess I've got a spare one when I do a maintenance oil change, which is good. So thanks Rory for that. I guess now we'll crack on with some wiring.
So all these leads were a bit of a mess, if I'm honest. I did take the wiring loom apart and retape a lot of the joints and connectors, just because a lot of them were split or broken through, like, obviously through the years of heat, keeps making the plastic crack and brittle. I did eventually get the mess untangled and get things running in the right place. Here I'm just plugging in all the connectors for the coil packs. I will be taking these apart again eventually to put some new spark plugs in, but for now I'm going to run the old spark plugs that are in the engine, as I haven't done many miles on them from previous servicing. I'm sure the wires are going to have to clip in different places when it comes to it. For now, as I haven't got nothing really to go by on the front end, I'm just running them to where I think they will go, if I'm honest. Like I say, it's hard to try and remember exactly where everything went, because a lot of stuff was tucked behind certain things, and it's just weird the way some things are ran when you haven't got nothing there to go by. Here on the front I'm just connecting the wires to the starter and the alternator. So I've been cleaning up most of the parts as I go as well, so if any of the connectors still have some oil on them from the turbo feed when it's sprayed over the engine, I'm just trying to clean them up as I go. These brackets here are for my power steering. I just double check in all the bolts are nice and tight because a lot of them were just hand tight to put on, so basically I don't lose them. Then I started to connect the wires to the power steering itself, which then I realised the earth wire to it had some previous fix with some blue tape, so I took all that off and cleaned it up and replaced it with some black electrical tape. This is just a couple of the bits of the heat shielding I've got from this manifold, because the manifold I have had Cerakoted in bronze, but you still do get quite a bit of heat come off the manifold as you would expect. These are just some Mishimoto heat shielding just to protect some electrical wires where they run up the side of the engine. Next I connected up my boost solenoid. With these gear cables, I have connected them, but I did realise that there isn't a bracket for the back. So when I had my gearbox refurb, they must have taken the bracket off the top of the gearbox and I haven't got it back. So I had to get another one ordered and we'll be installing it on the next video. After realising that I couldn't finish the gear cables off properly, I then connected the vac lines to my wastegate. I have a positive and negative pressure going to my wastegate for the top and bottom. Some wastegates just run off one vac pipe, but my setup runs off two. These are my 1700cc injector dynamic injectors. For this, I think you can get some grease and put on the O-rings when you put the injectors in. I didn't have no grease to hand to use on them, so I just used some fresh engine oil into that cap on my right, which I just put a little bit around the O-rings just to help it push in, because they are quite a tight fit. When you put your injectors in, just make sure that all the plugs are facing upwards, just so it makes it easier to connect all the wire into them later on. Again, I put some more oil on the top of the O-rings, then ran my fuel rail lines through the inlet manifold, which then the fuel rail just holds on by 2 bolts. Finishing off my wiring for today was just a last earth cable that went onto the side of the gearbox.
So I think that's as far as I'm going to go with it for today. We've managed to get quite a few bits in roughly the right place and some other bits plumbed up. So we've got the gear cables on, we got the injectors in and the fuel rail, all of the power steering's all connected, got the wastegate all plumbed up right to the right connection with the boost solenoid as well, all connected, and all the coil packs in and some of the heat shielding done. There's still quite a bit of heat shielding over here, but I'm not going to do that until I get the pipes, my coolant pipes and things like that all plumbed in, just because there's a bit more moving around on the wires and just things like that, so it just needs a bit more tidying up. Next, I'm probably going to bleed the clutch up, just because it's nice and easy to get to at the minute. It's just at the front here on this like little nickel bit. So I reckon I'll bleed that up, but I can't do that yet because I haven't got the right equipment for it, which is just like a pressure thing to go on the top. So I'll get that done. I'll get some bolts to go in the top for the, I think there's earthing points on the top of them plugs and wires. There's 2 points on there that I haven't got bolts for. I mean, they're probably laying around here somewhere, but it could be anywhere. So I'll get them done, and then I reckon once I've bled that up, I'll probably put the front crash bar, the intercooler and the rad. I reckon I'll get them all put on in the next video. Thank you for watching. Like I say, I hope this helps. If you're building one of these cars and you want to know where certain things go or how something's done, that's basically why I'm showing you this, is just so we can go over it together and build it up from the scratch. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.